Hey guys, so yo, I'm weak, I don't know why. But anyway, hey guys, so I wanted to tell you guys a quick little story time.
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it.
Alright, wait, so I need to share this with you guys. So even though all this stuff has been going on with TikTok and, you know, them banning, you know, Black Lives Matter hashtags and deleting Lizzo's TikToks, and you see all these white TikTokers being famous and getting like 1 million views and 1 million likes and stuff like that. It's just been a lot of controversy. I will say that TikTok is very informative, for me at least. In the beginning, when I first downloaded TikTok, I was seeing a lot of like dances and stuff like that, people doing dances and stuff, but that's not all that it's about. More recently, because I did ban TikTok and I actually had deleted it, and then I had like I kept getting an error message when I was trying to delete the account or whatever, so I went back on when I got bored or whatever I did. And recently I've been seeing a lot more educational things, with like starting a business, small businesses, new business owners, relationship advice, a lot of Black Lives Matter stories and white privilege stories, and little movements and rioting and protests and stuff like that. So TikTok has actually educated me a lot with stuff like that. But there's one thing that stood out to me I wanted to share with you guys. All right, so basically this girl said that she was giving relationship advice. That's basically what her page is about, just relationships. She has a bunch of videos about relationships. I don't even know her name, but basically like she has a bunch of videos about relationships and about her experience with relationships and how she looks at certain things, and like a lot of things that she said like have been on point, and a lot of people ask her a lot of questions in the comments, and she tries to answer like every single question. So there's one video that I came across. She said, you ready? She said that when it comes to breakups, guys start here and females start here. So basically what she means is, guys, at the beginning of a breakup, guys are usually like on a high horse. They're usually like you know, that mindset, like I'm that nigga, like she could be replaced, blah blah blah, whatever like that, right? And girls are down here where they're more emotional, they're more they're thinking about the relationship a lot. Maybe they'll beg to be back in a relationship. They'll text you constantly like why is this happening, like please don't leave me, or I don't want to break up, or you know, stuff like that. They're more vulnerable. So these are the levels, right? Now as time moves on, as time goes on, it starts to become this. And what I mean by that is that guys who once started up here start to come down. As weeks pass by, they start to think about you more. They start to, maybe they'll text you or call you. They might hit you up and wanna, you know, do whatever it is. But yeah, they start to come down and they start to have like more of a softer heart, and really start to put thought into what they once had and the relationship and memories you guys have. And that causes them to, most of the time, reach out to you. Either they'll hit you up and say, hey, what you doing, or how you doing, or even just I miss you, or I still love you. And I'm telling you, these are things that I have witnessed myself. Like, I'm telling you, like after like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, or maybe even 4 weeks after not speaking to somebody and like really holding it down, like, oh, I'm not gonna hit him up, like I don't care, like I'm not hitting him up, you know. Or even if I do hit him up and he doesn't respond, or I like hit him up back to back and he doesn't respond, or he gives me one words, or whatever the case is, like eventually like guys start to really come down, and now all of a sudden they want to talk, now all of a sudden they want to apologize, now all of a sudden they miss you, whatever, you know. So now while guys is coming down, you know, us girls, like we getting that we getting it back, you know. So we start to come up, So now as time goes by, it's like, you know what, F that nigga, or you know, I'm that bitch, like fuck it, I'm gonna get on my independent shit. Especially if you got support, you got friends like hyping you up, getting that head big, like you don't need him, ill, gotta get, he was ugly anyway, you know, whatever the case is, like, you know, like it's always like that. So like we start here, we start like really thinking about them and like feeling emotional and crying and acting crazy and constantly texting them back to back and calling them, and you know, we start there. But eventually over time we really start to come up. As they're coming down, we start to come up, and it's kind of like, I don't even care, like out of sight out of mind type thing. Like that nigga better not hit me up, like I'm like, he's a nobody, like, or we move on to other people, or we start being distracted by others, or we put more into our work and ourselves, and we start really caring more, self-care, self-love, you know. And we just like on top. So by the time like it starts to get here, it's like you already starting to get over him and he already missing you. So when he texts you, it's a make or break situation. Either he gonna text you or call you and you gonna be like, oh hey, and go right back down, or you gonna be like, what's up, what's going on, what you want? Or you're just gonna ignore him how he ignored you, or it's gonna be like, why you hitting me up, like, you know. So I honestly, like when she said that, I really thought about it and I'm like, dang, that shit is so true. Like I've literally experienced this multiple times. Like it's so true. Like I don't know where this girl get this information from. I don't know if she is, I don't know, relationship counselor, life coach, whatever it is. She reads a lot of books. She's really been through all of this stuff and really like studied it. I don't know, but she had to really, like I had to watch that video to really put it together. Like damn, she got a point. And then really looking back at my situations and my relationships and really like, that shit is true. Like I'm so serious, like it's really true. So I just had to share that with you guys. Really think about any like past relationships or situationships that you've been in and really like be like, damn, like, you know, like that's true. Like really look at it in that way and really like connect the dots. And with you connecting the dots, it'll kind of teach you how to moving forward with men or even females and certain people in certain relationships and certain friendships. Like it'll really like teach you a lot about yourself and about how other people react. Just a little tea for y'all, alright? Alright, y'all, later. So guys, I'm giving out some more free stuff to my neighbors because I don't need them, or I'm not gonna use them, or I'm gonna get different ones. So these, all the red stuff, maybe those little plates too. But yeah, neighborhood duties. Let's see how long it takes. Hey guys, so yo, I'm weak, I don't know why. But anyway, hey guys, so I wanted to tell you guys a quick little story time about the time that I caught my first boyfriend ever. Like my first boyfriend I was in like a 6-year relationship with, and I want to tell ya how he did try to play me. Yes, all right, so I had a friend that was working at the supermarket, right? And we had to like travel. I had to travel to get there because the supermarket was in his neighborhood, and I had to travel basically to his neighborhood to get to the supermarket. I had to be like 16 or 17 years old, one of them. I don't even think I was 17 yet, but anyway, yeah. So I had to take like 2 buses or whatever, right? So it's hard to kind of get hired at certain places when you're that young, because a lot of people, like, you know, they can only give you a certain amount of hours. You have to have working papers, you know, stuff like that. So a lot of places like don't want to hire like teens and stuff like that. So when I had got put onto the job, I got hired or whatever. I told my boyfriend like, oh, you should apply. They're hiring like, you know, teenagers or whatever like that. It's easy. Like, yeah, it's a little far, but still you should apply. So he applied or whatever too. So he got the job too, right? So I didn't know that the neighborhood basically like his ex used to live in that neighborhood. So one day he had, like, we was working there for like a few months now, whatever like that, and one day he had called out of work, and I was like, why is he calling out? Like, that's mad weird or whatever. Sometimes we had to be to work like 2 hours away from each other, like I was going earlier, he was going later, whatever. So I'm like, why did he call out? He didn't even tell me he was calling out, nothing like that. He had to be to work like, I think like 2 or 3 hours after me, excuse me. So he had called out of work or whatever. And I'm like, the fuck? So I was hitting him up all day, like texting him and shit. I ain't really hear from him, right? So I work my shift or whatever. I get on a bus to go home now. And at like a few bus stops, after I got on the bus, you know, I saw him getting on the bus. I saw him at the bus stop. And I'm looking and I'm like, what the hell? And I see that he's with somebody, but I'm trying to kind of like hide but look out the window at the same time. And it was like raining or whatever. So the people had on hoodies and shit. So I'm like, who the hell is that? And I see him. I'm like, okay, that's him. Like, I see his clothes, like everything. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely him. And I see him hug the person and kiss them before he get on the bus. And I'm like, what? And it's like a white girl. And I'm like, it's like a shorter, real short white girl. Because he was like mad tall or whatever. He played basketball. He was like OD tall. So I'm like, this nigga dead ass. So I just sat back down. I didn't say nothing. I'm trying to look at her face or whatever. But I really couldn't see much. But I just thought that she was a white girl. So then he get on the bus. So he walks like right past me. And he's just looking. He looks at me. And then he's like, he looked like surprised, like he had the dumbest look on his face, like oh shit type shit, like yeah. So he just looked at me and then he like sat behind me and then he's like, what's up? So I'm like, oh, what's up? Like, are you dumb? Like, you just got caught. Like, are you dumb, my nigga? Like back in the day, like niggas used to do the stupidest shit. Like, niggas still do the stupidest shit, but I don't know, it was crazy though, but yeah. I got like a whole bunch of story times. Like, I feel like my memory is starting to come back. Like let me know if y'all like these story times or whatever, because my memory is like on point these days. Like, I don't know if it's the quarantine, like, got me thinking, got me reminiscing, got me like, you know, refreshing that brain. Like, because I got issues with memory, and I don't know why, because I was smoking nothing like that, so it's crazy. But like, for real, let me know if y'all like these story times or whatever like that. But anyway, thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. And I will catch you in the next video. Later.
Who you with? I'm with the lions and gorillas, gang bangers and drug dealers. All them scammers and them killers who I hang with. Yeah, it tastes good.